Like the energy.
Back at it. Another one of them ting-tings. I ain't mean to pause intro. Let me let the intro run. I accidentally hit the button. Already waking and shaking, you feel me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Well, this lovely Thursday, hopefully you were blessed and highly favored and was able to make it to this Thursday. Let's make sure we shout that out because everybody ain't get to make it to this Thursday and enjoy this podcast like you doing right now. This is the gaming episode. I'm here with my nigga Two Phone Tone. I am Camo the Animal. I'm trying out new nicknames on the pod. Tone, what's up with you, brother?
I'm chilling. I ain't gonna lie. I kind of like that Camo the Animal. It gives me like the Chris Jericho feels back in
You
like
feel me?
world. I was about to say World War II, motherfucking WWF and shit. You feel me? I like that Camo the Animal. It's like a good wrestling name.
I'm fucking with it too. Tone, we got a packed show for him, man. What you smoking, brother?
Smoking Triple G right now at the moment.
Got some more of that Triple G, ha ha.
Yes, sir.
And he ain't talking about the boxer.
Oh man, this shit smack like the boxer though. Man, let me get that shit straight. You feel me?
Speaking of boxing,
out to Triple G too.
hell
man.
yeah, always shouts out to Triple G. Who you got in this Godzilla versus King Kong debate that's been circling the internet right now, man? We seeing some hilarious fucking memes out this motherfucker.
I ain't gonna sit here and front you, bro. It weighs in my head because I'm a comic book geek.
Let's have a conversation, brother. I'm here for it.
I'm a motherfucking fan of just all that shit. You feel me? And I've been waiting for a fucking adaptation of these two titans going at it.
And they've been setting it up for a minute now, so finally
They have.
Let me ask you this off rip, yo, before we even get into this shit. If you gotta watch this shit at home, is it gonna smack the same?
I think so.
Like, cause I know in the theater, these loud
It hits
motherfuckers
something
get the rumbling and
different.
wrestling around that loud ass beast. Like that shit, that or whatever the fuck that nigga do. Godzilla, you know what I mean?
That type of shit. I
Yeah.
know what you mean. It does slap different inside the theater only because of the theater base itself, you feel me? And then everything that comes with the theater, you feel me? You talking to a nigga that used to work in the theater, so I get
facts, hell yeah.
you feel me? So I just know from experience on that shit to a whole different degree. But like, if you a nigga that got like a good TV, I say
Set
like,
up, yeah.
yeah, good TV setup. I say probably 50. Maybe more, you feel me? Good sound systems to the point you
Nice
can
little
actually
sound bar, right?
feel the motherfucking walls and that sheetrock shake for real for just a quick second and shit, and you straight.
And they got a whole bunch of neighbors where you can really let that motherfucker talk to you for real.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, if you even do got neighbors for real, you got that shit just, you don't even give a fuck, man. They about to hear all this shit.
Nah, it's definitely a fact. We as black people out here, black people don't give a fuck about their neighbors. I don't be giving no fucks about their neighbors.
Shit, them motherfuckers, their relatives don't give a fuck about niggas when they be parking in the niggas' drive space, you feel
Nah,
me?
you ain't lying. But who you got though? Like, if you take it in the factors and all adaptations and everything, comics, non-comics, movie adaptations, overall, who you think coming out victorious?
See, it's kind of tough. It's really tough because like, when you taking all the adaptations, movie, comic books, the fucking cartoons and shit like that, it comes into a whole different ballpark for like, especially when it comes to like a nigga like Godzilla. You feel me?
Yeah, I will say Godzilla got a little catalog, all types of powers, all types of crazy shit.
Yeah. And then with King Kong, I hate to say the nigga is just an ape because he not for real. You feel me?
Right.
But like, the nigga like, it's kind of hard up until like some of the recent like King Kong shit, like where the nigga was actually able to like forge different type of powers and shit like that. But I don't think the movie's gonna go off of that one. I think he's just gonna be
A big animal,
just straight up,
right?
yeah, just straight up radioactive King Kong for real. Which is cool. He gets a power increase by this time and shit like that, and he gets bigger.
I ain't
But,
gonna hold
like-
you. I got him beating the shit out of Godzilla first half.
Oh yeah, I
of this
got him
movie.
swapping the hands.
I got him
When you look at that shit,
beating the brakes up this nigga.
King Kong is agile as fuck.
Yeah,
compared to
and he's
Godzilla.
strong as a whore.
Yeah, you got basically power versus hacks moves and shit. It's basically Naruto versus Sasuke on the board. You feel me? Naruto being a nigga with raw power for real, and he could probably end this shit if he locked this nigga the fuck up. But then you got this nigga Godzilla with all the hacks moves and plot armor devices and shit. You feel me?
It's gonna be an interesting one. I think. I think at some point, I don't know. I'm calling it right now. I got him smacking this nigga with a tree at some point in this movie. Like I definitely think it's gonna happen. I don't know why
I
I
got
got
this
him
nigga
ripping.
ramming this nigga face into an Amazon truck, yo.
We ain't gonna talk about that, yo. Nigga gonna pick up 2 Amazon trucks and make them into boxing gloves, yo.
I mean, to be honest, yo, I ain't gonna be really impressed if King Kong really beat Godzilla because Dave Chappelle did it first. You feel me? So like,
I say they not gonna kill. Like they not gonna let Godzilla. Like, I don't know how. Like we always get sucked into these things, and it's gonna end up like it's gonna be some type of draw or some shit or no clear winner. Like I'm
they
quite
gonna
sure.
end up working together.
Ah, that is a good point. That is a good point.
I think the whole plot from like the first Godzilla for real was like when I don't know for anybody that's seen the first Godzilla and shit like that, but they found like the original remains of the OG Godzilla, and anybody that actually knows from the comics and shit like that, that's the basic framework for motherfucking Mecha
Mecha
Godzilla. For real.
Godzilla.
So
Yeah, I
it
can
could
definitely
be a
see
setup
that.
for that nigga coming into the
I
play.
can definitely
You
see
feel me?
like them getting into it, and the humans like, oh, we gotta stop him. It's time to deploy Mecha Godzilla.
Mm-hmm.
That would be
And
slick.
then
I ain't gonna lie. That'd be a nice little alley oop.
yeah, and I think at one point for real, Mecha Godzilla did take on like a fake false skin of the original Godzilla. So it might be the fake Godzilla. Mecha Godzilla might be the fake Godzilla.
All types of speculation. Yeah, that would be
Yeah.
slick. Like I don't know. We'll see. But for me, I'm gonna say King Kong because I just want to see this nigga like on no bullshit. I just want to see this nigga fuck Godzilla up like just on some real backyard bully street shit. Just beat the shit out this nigga. I just want like that scene where he just whooping his ass and some oh my god help Godzilla. He just nonstop fucking him up.
Get him on some UFC ground and pound
Yeah,
type
yeah,
shit.
like just because you know what's
put
gonna
a
happen.
full
It's gonna
mount.
be some climax. Like, how can we stop King Kong? He beat the shit out of Godzilla.
Nigga
Missiles.
fucking German suplex this nigga
Yeah,
and shit.
and
But
that's
shit, the
gonna be the
nigga got an
climax
axe
though.
forged out the back of this nigga's scale for real. So I'm interested in that for real. I want to see how he got the back of that nigga's scale and just niggas just say, yo, all right, yo, this nigga need a weapon. Let's give him this. You feel me? Some shit from Godzilla.
Yeah,
And he hacked that nigga down with that shit. I love to see some shit like that.
I got this nigga blasting the shit out King Kong with that little mouth blast shit though. He gonna rock
Shit.
yo.
His scales can reflect it. See, that's why I like this shit, yo, because King Kong is not the average motherfucker. Like,
Gonna eat that shit.
nah, like since he got the
We eat
X
those,
and
you
the
bitch
X
ass nigga.
reflects off of Godzilla's scale for real, he can actually bounce the blast back. You feel me? So he has certain counters towards this nigga.
It's gonna be an interesting one.
It is. I wonder if they're gonna have Armored Kong, yo.
I see. It's weird now because like they'll set up shit for like with the way everything
For the
with,
next movie,
with the
for real.
Avengers and all that shit. Yeah, it might like I said like the
You get
climax of the
15
movie.
minutes of fighting at the end of this
I
bitch.
hope
You be
not,
like,
yo.
yo, get the fuck out of here. I waited 2 years for this shit.
I was like the first Godzilla movie. You didn't see Godzilla till like the fucking end. It's like the last 15 minutes of the movie. This nigga
Hell
comes
yeah.
strolling out. You like man, get the fuck out of here. Give my money back, yo.
All we saw was Breaking Bad and Malcolm in the Middle father.
The whole
we saw.
movie, yo. I don't know your name, Heisenberg. Like that's all we saw, yo. Like, yeah, I mean, yeah, he's a good actor and everything, but I just want to see a dinosaur fuck some shit up. I ain't really here for all this acting shit, yo. Like, y'all
Pretty
doing
much.
too much, yo. Y'all
The
want an
first
award and all
Godzilla
this
was
shit.
fucking lit. Like the first Godzilla came out in the 90s and shit. When that
Yeah.
nigga was stomping through New York and shit.
That shit
with
when
the
that
other
nigga
little
came
mini raptors.
just walking past the building, that little synonymous scene where you just seen this nigga eye. Those
Oh
CGI
my
graphics
God.
aged terribly, but it
Oh
was a
my
good
God,
movie
did
for the
that.
time.
Yeah. That was kind of like Jurassic Park, watching Jurassic Park nowadays and shit. You just looking at that shit, the original OG with motherfucking
Listen, yo, I hate
with
watching
the
movies
sex
with
symbol
my daughter,
himself,
yo.
Jeff motherfucking Goldblum. You feel me? Shouts out to the God himself. You feel me?
I
That
promise.
nigga, he's the most interesting man in the world, yo. Even to
Definitely.
this day, this nigga has a fucking music album. I didn't even know this nigga did music.
That nigga's a wild boy, yo. But I promise, like I be telling my daughter, like she'll watch a movie with me. She's like, "This is trash." I'm like, "Nah, see, yeah, like you looking at it with these eyes. You gotta look at it with my eyes." Like back in the day, this shit look realistic. It's like
Hell
it's
yeah.
hard to believe, but like, that's clearly ketchup on this nigga shirt. Like, but I'm a sucker for a crappy movie too. At the same time,
Oh yeah, nigga, I watch a fucking kung fu flick from the fucking 70s and shit and still enjoy that shit. You feel
oh
me?
man,
Mysteries of Chess
yeah.
Boxing is one of my favorite shits to this day. You feel me?
That's like my girl grandfather. Every time we go over the crib, he got a karate flick on. And I be sitting there like, oh, this shit is actually, this shit all right, yo. I don't know what's really going on like that, but we just stumbled into some shit.
Yeah, the nigga just jumping off of shit, the hella wind flapping with the damn
Uh-huh.
t-shirt in the background. I have come
Exactly.
to defend the honor of Hu Lang Chi.
Super villain nigga, right?
Yeah.
Everybody having a good time. This dickhead just rolling and fucking shit up.
It's always a gong too that go off when that nigga come into the room too.
Fam, we got our next YouTube segment, yo. I'm about to get blasted. Just review these movies. The movies be so horrible.
I
Oh
love them
man.
shits though, yo.
Nah, facts. We got some gaming news for niggas too. I know we got
Facts.
caught up on the King Kong debate and shit like that. But two things, real quick, jumping inside of this and out of this. Have you heard about the X Play and Attack of the Show situation happening?
I've been hearing little remnants about it, and to be honest, man, I'm waiting for this shit, man. I'm tired of this shit, yo. I'm
Time
tired of
announcing
COVID. I'm
shit.
tired of these promises. Yeah, I'm tired of all these
Just
talks
make it happen, yo.
and who's fucking who and who's not fucking who, yo. I need this shit now, yo. I need it. We need it.
And it's gonna be nice to like just kind of have something. I don't know. I feel like X Play was more like it's weird. Like I guess truer. Like as a gamer or some shit, you felt like they appealed to the hardcore niggas a little more than anybody else. So hopefully we can get some of that rhythm back.
Yes. I mean, because to be honest, I feel like in the cable world, yo, the gamers we was left out of after G4. Like,
Yeah,
you had motherfuckers that was into like reality TV and bullshit like that,
yeah,
but it was just something about G4 TV that just touched everybody's fucking heart. Like, yo, like
definitely.
even if you wasn't a gamer, yo, they had just content on there that just was just like just captivated motherfuckers. You feel me? Like
Yeah,
Happy Tree Friends and shit like that. Like it was just a whole different vibe,
it's
bro.
one of those channels we love and dare. Like truly, like it's up there with the Disneys and the Cartoon Networks and all of that shit. Like
Hmm.
definitely a staple in the gaming culture and community. I
On
also
some
wanted
real
to
shit, you can't call yourself a gamer. This is my staple right here. You can't call yourself a gamer if you ain't never fuck with G4. In this if you're like, if you was born in the 90s, my nigga,
and
that's
our
a fact.
generation.
Yeah,
Yeah, our
that's a
generation, we love
fact.
that shit. That's like it was one of the greatest things ever. Like if you got to live through that G4 era, like I said, just some of the shit they promoted and told you about, like that's how we got our knowledge of certain Easter eggs that niggas probably would have never unlocked or never seen and shit like that, or just made it more common. Like it was just a dope channel. Like
Hmm.
so that's amazing that they getting a resurgence and hopefully they can bring some of that shit back with him. Weeding.
Hopefully we can see a lot of the familiar faces, yo.
Hell yeah! Hopefully, you can definitely get the band back together. I
Facts,
don't think niggas
facts,
doing shit.
facts.
Like see, but but niggas don't know how it ended. Like it's all about how it ended. Like if it ended on good terms and all of it, shit. Hell yeah, it'd be dope as shit to see if they can get everybody back.
Yeah, yeah, listeners, here's a fucking tip, yo. The biggest compliment that you could ever have when leaving the workspace is people saying that you were pleasant to work with. That is the biggest compliment, no matter how the workspace shit ended. You feel me? You can even just walk out that bitch and not tell nobody. Just as long as people say, yo, you were pleasant to work with, you will always be good.
Absolutely, absolutely. Somebody who isn't pleasant to work with right now is Microsoft and Sony. Like these niggas, I was reading the article. These niggas is out here boasting about, you know what I mean, having like the most successful launch and all this other shit, and bragging about the consoles being sold out and them being hard to find. It's like, bitch, just make some more consoles, yo. Like it's like that's what y'all supposed to be doing, right? Y'all supposed to be supplying niggas. Like the shit came out last year. You mean to tell me like the scammers is getting their hands on more stock than the stores. Like, how the fuck does that even happen? Like,
I'm about to get a Stadia for all this shit. A motherfucking KFC box, yo, or something,
you
yo.
feel me? I need the Bud Light
Yeah,
joint.
yo. Yeah,
Niggas about
it's
to make me
cause
go grab a Bud Light Jiffy.
yeah, yo, it's because for some fucking reason I don't understand. I don't understand corporate heads, yo. I don't. Especially from like a motherfucker that actually knows like stocks and logistics and shit like that. Like, nigga, you know this shit is just gonna fail with just these limited fucking copies. You shipping out 500 fucking copies to a fucking state, then the state gotta divide that shit up with each fucking GameStop and fucking Target and Walmart. You feel me? 15 go ahead, 25 go ahead, 30 go ahead.
That shit don't sound right, right?
Yeah, like that shit fucking dumb, nigga. And I blame Target and Walmart and all the retailer niggas too for real. You feel me?
It's set up, yo. Like I can't. For me, I feel like it's all set up. Like I think they knew these was gonna be highly touted machines. So like when you got the exclusivity effect, it kind of just does more. We seeing more of that in business. Like you look at the app like Clubhouse who did the exclusivity thing, and it kind of rose from it. So it's only more promotion when niggas can't get their
It's
hands on
more
it.
hype
Supply and
beast shit
demand.
though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
I
said,
blame the
yo,
hype
bro.
beast for this shit.
We've been saying that shit since we first was talking about the launch. That once the rappers and once the celebrities started posting that shit, like it was, you know what I mean, diamond chains, the exclusivity factor hitting, like the way
You got the
niggas
Supreme
dress.
stamp.
Yeah, it's the exclusivity factor. Niggas like to just like that's the thing now. Like I got it and you don't. Like I guarantee you, like it's mad niggas who got the system and don't even turn the shit on like that.
But it's a lot of niggas that's actually mad they got the system in general now just because like it's nothing to fucking play.
It's plenty to
You
play.
feel me?
It's just
It's
shit
plenty
you
to
was
play,
already
but
playing.
like it's yeah, that's about it though. Like, and that's the funny thing about
That
that
niggas
shit.
just
Like
playing 2K and Call of Duty. Shit they was just playing on last generation.
niggas playing, yeah, it's just the same shit that niggas keep saying. Yo, niggas paying $800 plus just for some
That's
shit,
sick.
just to play.
That's
Yeah,
sick. Never. Like, ew. I'm gonna overpay for like, nah. Nah, no sirski.
just for upgrade, my nigga. When I could just pay like
Fam.
25, when I could
Like,
just pay $25 more for whatever hardware I pay for my PC. You feel me?
but that's the sick shit about it is though, look, it's not like niggas is playing a brand new 2K. You playing the same 2K you was
Same
just playing
fucking
on your
2K.
X. And then
Yeah,
you playing niggas not even playing the new Call of Duty. They playing the same old Call of Duty that they already had on the X.
yeah.
But then it's like the entry barrier for you to play that shit. Not only you had to pay, let's say hypothetically you bought the $100 2K because you wanted on next gen. You bought the $100 2K on next gen, and then you had to kick out an extra two to get the system. So you $300 in the hole for like next gen already. You could have bought a whole new console for that shit. You could have bought a Series X and a Series S for that extra three you done spent for the upgrades. That's not
Pretty
sick.
much.
That's not ridiculous, yo.
You could have had some money to buy Hitman or some shit. Pre-order
Like,
Hitman, my nigga. You could have
that's
had some money to buy some
insane.
weed.
That's insane.
I don't understand it, yo. I really don't. And it's
And
like,
Microsoft rubbing their hands together like Birdman, like, oh, man, we don't know when the
I mean,
next
because
wave dropping.
all they look at is the numbers moving in sales and the prices for it. You feel me? So
They got their
long
hand in
as
the black
yeah,
market. They know how they
yeah,
moving on
of
the
course. As
other
long as the
side.
scalpers is doing their thing for real, that's all they really worried about. They looking at the numbers for real. They not really looking at the common man and shit. They got their own console, so ain't nothing for them to stress about. You feel me?
They probably did the whole record scheme where they sold them to the store, bought them all, and then flooded the streets.
Nigga,
Like,
Phil Spencer listening to Nipsey Hussle, Chosen Few. You feel me? Small circle.
like, look, yo, when niggas hear that we sold out of them, so we already getting it in the like. Look, it's gonna be stamped that every store sold out of them, right? We send it back to the streets, and niggas get the re-up off of us. We keep feeding the streets for about 2-3 months after the launch. Then we send it back to the stores and recruit.
And then after that, we just keep bleeding them and bleeding them and bleeding them.
Hell yeah, gold going up, controllers going up, games going up. That shit's sick, yo. Like that shit
And
is
then we
sick.
going to drop a motherfucking exclusive.
That's gonna be trash, no doubt. Microsoft, listen, every Microsoft initial exclusive has been doo-doo. I won't lie. Like, Rise, Son of Rome was not it.
I see. The thing is, Rise on the Rome was okay.
As a
I'll be that
first
one
step
nigga.
into that, I was an alright game, but I'm saying, like, go play it
I feel like
right
they
now.
should have done more with it. Yeah, I beat it. You feel me? So
Yo,
of
what was
course I
that
ain't gonna
stupid
like
ass
beat it.
game they was talking about? Back
Or
when the Connect
Crackdown.
was dropping. No. This is way, way back. Milo? You remember that bullshit?
Milo.
You don't remember this when the Connect was first dropping? This shit just hit me, yo. I'm like, Microsoft be on they bullshit, yo.
I ain't gonna lie, yo. I do not know any Connect game show besides the one shit with the animals, and I only had that for my niece.
Nah, it was this game, right? Where you supposed to have this virtual friend like on some Huckleberry Finn type shit. It was like you used the Connect and you were supposed to be in the
Did he
game.
call me nigga?
I wish it had made it a better game. They never made it though, yo. Like the shit never came out. But it was like, with this next gen technology, we'll be able to place you in the game and all this other bullshit. It's super random, but it just made me think about the type of bullshit they be on. But it was supposed to be like that next wave of next gen console exclusive type shit. And there was that game called Milo. Listeners, if you have a chance, go look at that bullshit. Tone, you too, yo. You gonna be
Oh, I'm
like,
gonna definitely check
you
this
gonna be
shit out.
dying laughing with what they fucking thought the Connect was going to do. It's like the projections they was talking about in this video. The Connect ain't hit nowhere near that shit.
And that's sad to be honest, because you would have at least thought like Xbox would have been on top of this virtual reality shit, being the
They
first
ain't
niggas to step
nowhere
out
in
with
the
that Connect
space,
shit.
yo. Like, there ain't
You
no
feel
VR
me?
for the Xbox.
It be shit like that just have niggas to just sit back and just silently just sigh in the corner for real, like yo,
We
like
take
come
our
on,
L's
yo,
as
like
Xbox niggas, yo. We take them
yeah,
like men, but we take them.
it's weird, yo. I feel like Craig Daddy, yo, because I ain't gonna lie. At some point, everybody questioned Craig Daddy and Friday, like yo, how many ass whippings did Uncle Willie really get, yo? Like did Uncle Willie really fight a nigga and fuck him up? You feel me? You start to ask yourself that. So I don't know. It's weird, yo. It's really weird, yo. Xbox has always been in this weird space when it came to shit, yo. Well, fan
Yeah,
service, I
phones
would say.
too, yo. Like they lost out on the phones with that
I
Microsoft.
feel like Microsoft got their hands in too many fucking pockets. They really kid. I mean, Sony do too, but like the thing of it is, Sony has a perfect fucking balance. You feel me?
Yeah, somewhat. They both companies, so they try shit. Like, ain't nothing we can do about it. Like, it's yeah, we wish it was like solely focused on the gaming side of it, but they might be looking at this game and shit like, man, we just using this to draw money to put into other endeavors or some shit. So you can't really.
Possibly.
And I see it's weird because like a while ago, what was it Bill Gates has stepped down, and we was like interested. We was talking about this shit like, man, what is Microsoft gonna be like? What they focusing on? What's that next wave and all that other shit? So it's just interesting to see like some of the moves they making. Like, and they did announce that they were gonna try to focus more on gaming. So I don't know, man. Like, just make some fucking consoles. That's all I got. Like, like that's what y'all niggas. That's to be y'all step one. Make some more fucking consoles. Like, don't tell me it's the most successful launch that y'all niggas had when niggas is talking about how shitty the fucking pre-orders went and how shitty the fucking all that shit went. It wasn't the
Yeah.
most successful console launch, and neither one of you motherfuckers company. Like, it sucked for everybody.
Yeah, all fucking around. Like I don't I can say like out of 10 niggas that I know that got a PS, well that are Sony niggas, at least 3 of them niggas literally have PS5s.
And PS5, PS5 ain't no fucking better, like at all. Like,
Yeah, of
that's why
course.
niggas ain't beating their chest on the internet because niggas done played Miles Morales how many times? I'm sure. Like, you can't. It's
Oh,
so
they
much
played that
Spider
shit to
Man
the
you can
fucking
play.
dirt. I'm still confused on how niggas is actually getting emotional over Miles Morales. Like, have you ever watched like any of these compilations of like the Twitch streamers and shit like that? Like niggas that be crying at the ending for that shit.
I've never cried it in a video game. I don't think. Like,
I The Walking Dead made me cry.
oh,
The
oh,
ending of The Walking Dead
I ain't
with
cry. It was tough with Clementine and them niggas.
yeah, with Clementine and Lee for real. When
Yeah, yeah,
Clementine had
yeah.
to put Lee down,
That shit was
spoiler
pretty.
alert.
That shit was pretty sad. But I don't think I
That
dropped
shit
one.
That shit made me drop like 3 Denzel tears, yo. Like I
Just the
got choked
single
up
eye
for that
joints.
shit. Yeah, yo, like I got choked up on that shit, yo.
Let me ask you this, yo, like, cause since we on this talk about next gen and all of this shit, I know we was talking off mic a little bit about just like how many HD remakes and you know what I mean, all of that shit we got with the last generation. Do we really
Hmm.
need another wave of of HD remakes in this next generation? Do you feel like it's necessary?
Hell no. Well, I say certain games, it's a 60-40. I feel like 40% we do need HD games, and then the 60-40, and then the 60 is fuck no, we don't. And the only reason why I say that because like we need to really focus on just new IPs and new ideas. You feel me?
New worlds to explore, right?
Yeah, like I'm sorry, but like I don't want to play a fucking HD remake of some shit that I enjoyed back in 2007 that I can just play again on some other shit. You feel me? It's the
Yeah.
same fucking game. At least make a whole new world. You feel me?
Listen, man. I see. I'm
How,
I'm a hypocrite
like how
because
many times are they gonna remake Skyrim?
yeah. See, but I feel like if they was to like, yo, look, we got the Ultra HD 4K San Andreas joint, I'd hop right on it. Like I'd be
Oh,
right there.
San Andreas on like the GTA 5 engine. I wouldn't be mad at that.
But look, see, this is a free idea. This is a free idea from us as a Two Ninja Kickback. You remember when Rockstar was running around doing the remakes, but they was putting you in the same city with a different character? Why we can't get no shit like
Hmm.
that? Give me a
I
San
wouldn't be mad at
Andreas
that.
remake, and I get to play with like a baller character that nobody knew of. Give me his story. You know what I mean? Like I ain't mad at that. Some new actors, you ain't
Yeah.
gotta go crazy. Some new weaponry or some shit like that. Like niggas don't even do that no more. Like GTA is synonymous with it. Like that's why I thought, like that's what DLC should be. I think right.
Yeah.
Like
I
I
mean,
don't necessarily gotta get an HD remake. Just give me some DLC. Like this good, better DLC.
but that's like expansions and shit like that too. You feel me? Because eh, like shit, like you talked about Miles Morales. Because in all, like how I look at Miles Morales, that was just an expansion of fucking Spider-Man or DLC of
Yeah, I said
Spider-Man.
that shit. Like
You
we've been
feel
saying that
me?
shit before it even came out. I was like, it's not like it's a brand new fucking IP. They reworked engine or
Yeah,
nothing.
it just reworked the shit. Just gave Spider-Man some new
A
fucking moves and just
facelift.
gave the shit a
Yeah.
day. Yeah.
Like threw that shit out. So it's not even like you getting no like there's still nothing brand new that's completely made for next gen that we've seen. Like so we ain't even really saying what the hardware can do.
It's kind of weird, bro. I don't know. Like I just hope like certain game, or I don't even know like to say certain games because to be honest, it's a lot of games coming out this year, but
Nothing standing out.
after it's a couple standing out, but like after CD Project Red for real, like I'm just wondering like how is niggas, how is Xbox and Sony actually gonna handle this shit? You feel me? How is Microsoft and Sony gonna handle this shit? How is the game developers actually gonna handle this shit? Are niggas gonna take their time, or niggas actually gonna push that shit out, or we gonna look at further, like you feel me, pushbacks and shit like that?
Yeah, and if you really want to be honest, look, you look at Halo. Like, so is that going to be the trend? I think we was seeing people compare that shit, and I was laughing. But yeah, is it going to be a theme of CD Project type shit where we just getting unfinished bullshit ass games because y'all niggas is trying to milk the market?
Yeah, I mean, you look at it, you got the shit like, granted, like 2K for instance. You would at least thought like with the updated fucking hardware and shit like that, 2K would have been able to have niggas in like the my park or some shit go from 100 to like what's this shit? At least like I at least say like 300 or 400. You feel me? Just to at least make that shit easily balanced and shit. But like these niggas can't even like successfully crack 100. It feels like 2K17 type shit again. You feel me? So it's just like it's no growth even with the new powerful so-called consoles and shit. Like, where's the growth in all this shit?
And I know it's still early. Like we know it's still early.
Can't even say it's early, like, because I don't know, cause when when the PC and like Alienware and all these niggas be dropping like their new PC products and lines and shit like that, it ain't never been early for these niggas. You feel me? Far as like performance and all that shit run top of the line. I ain't never heard a nigga complain about that Stadia.
The Stadia,
Yeah, or Stadia, however the fuck you say that shit.
the Google joint.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's streaming. That's based off your internet.
I mean, but shit, like that shit runs smoother than I mean, I can't say it runs smoother than PS5 and Xbox because the transition on them bitches is flawless. Like, I mean, shit, everything you got on Stadia, you could play on
Oh,
pretty
right
much
in your head.
Xbox and PlayStation. Yeah,
That's it. You
and
get the
everything
games
is
being right to
streaming.
your TV.
Yeah, and everything is technically streaming nowadays.
I'm wary about streaming video games. I'm not the like, cause you remember On Live back in the day? That shit scarred me for life. I thought On Live was gonna be the latest shit ever.
Mm.
When they had first announced On Live and it was like they gave out the free beta demo and shit, it was like, yo, try On Live. It's the first streamable video game system. And it had like, you signed up and you got the 100 game library. It had like Prince of Persia and all these fly ass games in there. And then you went to
Hmm.
play it and it was like, it was muddy as shit. And then it was like, it couldn't load past 480. And it was like, I'm at the mercy of an internet connection. Like, I can't
Yeah,
even like unplug and just go offline. Like, I'm stuck. I'd be worried about having a Toshiba TV be my primary, yo. like, like,
I won't lie, yo. I'll be wondering about people like that. Like, do people even check that TV quality? Then again, I'm one to talk for real. I got a Sony, but this Sony's actually pretty good.
Sony make good TV, especially for like
Yeah.
crystal. I've abandoned TVs myself, but I think I got a Vizio, a Samsung, but my baby is this LG monitor. This bitch is nasty. Like, this is the best
Mm.
thing I've ever played on, seen on. Like, I'm monitor gang. I preach. If you got a console, get a monitor. Like, that shit is a difference.
I don't know. I don't know. For me, I probably might have to get a bigger monitor for real. I just don't like the PC monitor type feel
Yeah,
for real.
I got a 27, but it's good. Like, if you talking about, see, niggas, all right, this is the debate. When you plan on a bigger TV, it's like you gotta move your eyes around the TV. With a certain size monitor, I'd say like a 32, 27, and maybe a 20, somewhere in that range is like you can see everything on the monitor. So it's like you don't have to move your eyes around when you're trying to like cut like times for shooting people and stuff like that. A lot of the MLG
I feel
players
you.
look into that. And then it's like with the monitors versus TV, you don't have to worry about input lag. Input lag is heavy on TV, so like you might have thought you killed that nigga because it looked like you got him on your screen, but in reality, it's a millisecond of time that travels between your TV and what's actually happening. With monitors, is extremely cut down.
Oh yeah, that's why a lot of niggas say PC niggas be cheating on Call of Duty and shit like that for real.
I know a lot of niggas on consoles are switching to monitors. When I was playing on Xbox, I was like, once I started to use a monitor, I was like, dog, like I feel like I can't play on TV. It's so slow once you see the difference, yo.
Mm.
You'll be it's like you'll be baffled playing on the TV. Like you'll be like, what the fuck? Like you'll start to feel it in your controller. Like I'm moving my controller and the character's moving slower now.
Oh shit, it'd be one of them.
Yeah,
I
like
know I know
like
exactly what you meant. I played GTA 4 on PC, and then once I played that shit on Xbox 360 again, I couldn't do it no more.
it was
I
like,
couldn't
damn,
do
it
it.
just feels
Yeah, I
so
was
so
just turned
close.
the fuck. Yeah, I was just turned the fuck off for real, completely.
We kind of got into a whole nother conversation, but that's gonna do it for gaming, man. We gonna bring y'all some more gaming news, but look out for the afterthoughts later this week. We got some more reaction videos. The homie Lil Zop asked me to do a reaction to one of his joints, so that's up on the YouTube if you want to check that out. Also has the Discord links if you want to get something reviewed or you want to possibly get in touch with us. Hit us up on Discord. Don't forget to follow us on the IGs and all the doobly doos, all that good shit. Two Ninja Show. I can't think of nothing else, Tony. You got anything else for the people?
For the listeners that heard the hip hop segment, I just want you niggas to just know they called LL Cool J Big Ellie. But not
Callback. I
only
love it.
that, but not only just that, my niggas, shit, yo, it's snowing for real, or if it's snow already landed for you niggas, I just want you niggas to just remember, always still drink your water and eat your fruits and veggies. And also remember to drink some hot green tea or lemon ginger tea. You feel me? Keep that cough away, my niggas.
That's gonna do it for this one. Like
Yes,
I
sir.
said, look for the Afterthoughts Friday. We appreciate you guys. All that good shit.
They call me Big Ellie. That shit's scary.